How is it possible that many of us have lived decades in our bodies and still don't fully know or understand our own sexual anatomy? We've been conditioned to ignore it, hide it, or feel shame about it. But knowing your vulva, truly understanding it, isn't just about pleasure. It's about health, vitality, longevity, and reclaiming your power as a woman in midlife. Welcome back to Pleasure in the Pause, the podcast dedicated to empowering midlife women to connect to their bodies, pleasure and power in perimenopause, menopause, and beyond. I'm Gabriella Espinosa, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, I'm sharing a very special episode pulled from a recent live workshop I hosted inside the Midlife Pleasure Collective, my private community where I guide women like you to reconnect with their bodies and reclaim their sensuality. This episode is all about getting to know your vulva with reverence, respect, and curiosity. Today, we'll explore what your vulva anatomy actually includes. Spoiler, there's a lot more than we were taught. The truth about arousal, engorgement, and how our bodies are designed to experience slow, expansive pleasure. How menopause impacts our vulvar health and what we can do to support this sacred part of ourselves. My key 6 pillars of vulva vitality, including daily care, hormonal support, and permission for pleasure. Midway through the episode, I'll guide you through a deeply nourishing vulva love meditation, a self-connection practice that helps you gently rebuild trust, love, and presence with your body. And because I want you to be able to come back to this practice anytime you need it, I've created a special link for you to download this visualization and use it on your own, absolutely free. You'll find the link in the show notes. So wherever you are right now, I invite you to pause, take a deep breath, and settle in. This is your time. Let's begin. Welcome to this beautiful space we're creating together. I'm deeply honored to guide you on this journey of reclaiming your relationship with your body and your pleasure. Before we begin, I want you to know that what we explore today comes from a place of reverence and respect for the incredible wisdom your body holds. In traditional Eastern philosophy, the yogis have a beautiful word for our female genitalia, yoni. This honors our womb space, our reproductive organs, vagina, and vulva, all as sacred, the source of life and creativity. And today we're stepping away from the shame and secrecy that has surrounded female sexuality in the West. And instead, we're choosing to see ourselves through the lens of wholeness and beauty, what the yogis call sukrita, a Sanskrit word meaning well-made, beautiful. So I'd like to invite you to take a moment now to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower belly, and feel into the following intention with me. I am here to honor my body. I am here to reclaim my pleasure. I am worthy of this exploration. And let's take 3 breaths together, making each exhale longer than the inhale. Settling into this space we're creating together. Wonderful. Thank you. So let's address something right away. And I want you to hear this clearly. Menopause does not mean the end of sexual pleasure. This is one of the biggest myths we need to shatter today. And I'm here to tell you it's simply not true. Yes, during the menopause transition, declining estrogen affects collagen and elasticity to our vulva and vagina, leading to changes like thinning, dryness, or discomfort. This cluster of symptoms is known as genitourinary syndrome of menopause, and it affects many of us. But here's what I want you to know, and I want you to really let this sink in. Midlife can be a new and exciting chapter in your sexual life. When we embrace intimate wellness as essential self-care, we open doors to deeper pleasure and connection than we may have ever experienced. And the key is knowledge. The more we understand our bodies, the better we can advocate for ourselves, both in the bedroom and in the doctor's office. Many of us carry stories about our vulvas, shame about how they look, judgments about pleasure, or complete disconnection from this part of ourselves. And today we're rewriting that story. I want you to consider your vulva, your yoni, like a garden. And like any garden, it requires proper care, nourishment, and attention to thrive. Gardens need tending at every season, and different seasons require different care. Beauty and vitality are possible at every stage of life. So the question now is, what can you do to ensure your garden continues to flourish throughout your life? You are the expert gardener of your own body, and today I'm going to give you all the tools you need. So let's start with knowledge, because knowledge is power and power is pleasure. Your vulva is external and includes several beautiful parts. I have here a vulva model, and not showing here is the mons pubis, which is the soft tissue over the pubic bone. And then we have the clitoris, your pleasure powerhouse with over 10,000 nerve endings. We have the outer labia, the inner labia, which are unique as your own fingerprints. We have the urethral opening, where you urinate from, the vaginal opening, the entrance to the vaginal canal, the perineum, the area between your vaginal opening and the anus, and then we have the anus. Now, here's something that will blow your mind. Females have as much erectile tissue as males do, but our distribution is very different. Much of our erectile tissue is internal. We have the perineal sponge, the urethral sponge, and the entire clitoral network, which extends far beyond what you can see externally. The clitoris isn't just that little pearl at the top. It's actually this magnificent structure that wraps around your vagina canal and bladder. And we've been sold such a limited view of our anatomy. Here's something that changes everything. For full engorgement to go from this to this, when all the blood flow reaches these tissues during arousals, most females need time, between 30 to 45 minutes. For most males, it's about 30 seconds to a minute. Now, I don't want you to hear this as a limitation or something is wrong with us. This isn't a limitation. It's an invitation to slow down and savor the journey. It's an invitation to understand that our bodies are designed for longer, more expansive experiences of pleasure. This information should liberate us from the rushed, goal-oriented approach to sexuality that our culture promotes. During menopause, estrogen decline affects several things. Collagen production, leading to changes in skin thickness and elasticity. Blood flow, affecting engorgement and sensitivity. Natural lubrication, which may decrease. But I want to emphasize this. These changes don't mean the end of pleasure. They mean we get to become more intentional about our care and more creative in our exploration. We get to slow down even more. We get to discover new pathways to pleasure that we may never have explored before. So, just like tending a garden, caring for your vulva, your yoni, involves several key elements. I call these the 6 pillars of vulva vitality. Number 1, knowledge is power. Understanding your anatomy empowers you to notice changes and advocate for your health. What we're doing right now, this is the foundation of everything. 2, hormonal nutrients. Localized hormone therapy is essential for the health and longevity of your vulva. Discuss local hormone therapy with your healthcare provider. Vaginal estrogen, testosterone, or DHEA have been proven safe and effective for vulva and vaginal health. These aren't the same as systemic hormones. They work locally where you need them. 3, daily hydration. Use a vulvar moisturizer daily, one that's free of parabens and perfumes to keep the tissue hydrated, especially if you're experiencing dryness. Think of this like moisturizing your face. It's daily maintenance, not just for problems. 4, know your normal. Have a good look in the mirror to understand what your normal is. Notice any changes in color, texture, or sensation, and report these to your doctor. You become the expert of your own body. 5, advocate for yourself. Not all doctors are trained in vulvar health, so find a healthcare provider in sexual medicine and don't hesitate to speak up about your needs. You deserve comprehensive, compassionate care. And finally, number 6, permission for pleasure. Give yourself permission to explore your vulva purely for pleasure. Discover where you experience heightened sensitivity through gentle touch, massage, or whatever feels good to you. Remember, pleasure is not frivolous. It's essential to your health and vitality. Now we're going to experience a gentle practice that many of my clients find profoundly healing. This is about establishing emotional self-intimacy and helping you attune to your body's wisdom. So I'd like you to find a comfortable position, seated or lying down, whatever feels best for you. And close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me, allowing each exhale to be longer than the inhale. Wonderful. And now, if it's comfortable, bring your left hand to rest over your heart space and bring your right hand to cup the outside of your yoni. So remember, the yoni can be the womb space, so the area right behind the pelvic bone, the pubic bone. It can be right over the clitoris, or you can just wrap your hand to cup the vulval area. Do whatever is comfortable for you right now. So allowing your hand to cup the outside of your yoni, just resting comfortably. And letting your hands become comfortable on your body as you bring awareness to these 2 areas, your heart and your yoni, your vulva. And feel the warmth of your hands. Notice the rise and fall of your breath, allowing your body to be present to the practice. Letting yourself observe whatever is present, thoughts, feelings, sensations, and be aware that there is a channel of energy that runs from your heart to the middle of the palm of your hand, cupping your yoni. So, in this position, you are creating a circuit of energy between your heart and your yoni, a circuit of connection, of self love, a circuit of reassurance, a circuit of safety. And maybe you can feel, see, or imagine energy flowing between these two centers. Or maybe it's a sense of love, compassion, tenderness, forgiveness, or awakening. There's nothing to do, just allow your hands to soften and rest in these two areas. And now tune into what you can feel, sense, visualize, or imagine. There's no right or wrong here. Simply notice what arises. You might feel warmth, tingling, emotion, or perhaps nothing at all. Whatever you experience is perfect. Some of you might feel resistance, and that's okay. Just notice what you notice. Breathe into this connection between your heart and your vulva. And imagine sending love and appreciation from your heart down to the sacred part of yourself. And if any judgment or criticism arises, and it might, simply acknowledge it like clouds passing in the sky and return to your breath. And you might silently say, "Thank you. Thank you, body, for all you do for me. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your strength." And take 3 more breaths here, maintaining that loving connection. And when you're ready, gently release your hands and take a moment to notice what you notice. How do you feel? What do you sense in your body now? There's no need to analyze or judge. Just observe with curiosity. And when you're ready, complete the meditation with a gesture of gratitude, either a bow or a loving embrace, thanking yourself for taking this time to connect with your heart, with your yoni, your vulva, with your whole self. And as you integrate this experience, let these questions settle into your awareness. You don't need to answer them out loud, just let them marinate. What did I notice during this practice? How can I bring more kindness to my relationship with my vulva? What would change if I truly believed my pleasure matters? Let me ask you something. Have you ever quietly wondered what happened to my orgasms? For so many of us, especially in midlife, pleasure can start to feel distant. Orgasms can take longer or feel less intense. Sometimes they fade away altogether. But here's the beautiful truth. Your body remembers. Your pleasure is still there, waiting. For me, everything changed when I discovered Foria Awaken Arousal Oil. This isn't just a product, it's a pathway back to yourself. It's a pre-play topical oil designed to gently awaken your body's natural pleasure. You can choose the version infused with broad-spectrum CBD or the one crafted with organic botanicals, both blended with natural aphrodisiacs that invite deeper arousal, more sensitivity, and longer, more satisfying orgasms. I've felt the difference, and I'd love for you to experience it too. Use my code Gabriella Espinosa at checkout for 20% off your first order. You are so worthy of this kind of pleasure. Say yes to yourself. So now that we've established the foundation of knowledge and connection, let's talk about something that many of us have never been properly taught: the art of self-exploration and self-pleasure. For some women, vulva exploration can feel vulnerable. overwhelming, or even confusing. This is completely normal and understandable. What's important is that you go at your own pace with all intimate practices. There's no rush, no timeline, and absolutely no pressure. Many of us have learned the shoving it in and just going for it approach, but this misses vital steps, body wisdom, and information about your own boundaries. So today we're learning a different way, a way that honors your body's intelligence about your own timing. Listening for your yes. Before any exploration, whether external or internal, it's crucial to listen for a yes from your body. What does your yes sound or feel like? Your yes might feel like a sense of openness or softness in your body, perhaps curiosity or gentle excitement, maybe a feeling of readiness or receptivity, or perhaps simply the absence of any no sensations. Making this inquiry a regular practice helps establish intimacy and inner communication. And the more intimate you become with this process, the more empowering it becomes. It's also a gentle way of repatterning any past boundary violations you may have experienced. This isn't just about sexual exploration. This practice of listening to your body's yes and no will serve you in all areas of life. Another practice that I like to share with my clients is the practice of vulva gazing. Many women hold shame about how their vulva looks. And this practice of vulva gazing with an attitude of what the yogis call transfiguration, the practice of seeing the sacred in something. So, transfiguration means looking at yourself with a soft, loving gaze, as if seeing through the eyes of the divine. Rather than letting your inner critic dictate what you see, you cultivate an attitude of awe and wonder. So here's how you do it. You sit comfortably with a hand mirror nearby. Start with your eyes closed and again, connect with your heart. You can do a little vulva cupping first. One hand on heart, one hand cupping the vulva. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and maintain that soft, loving gaze. If it becomes overwhelming, simply close your eyes and return to your breath. Each time you practice this, it can feel very different, and you can never be too intimate with your body. Take your time, notice what comes up for you, be gentle with yourself, and engage with this practice with that sense of curiosity, wonder, and awe. And once you've established a friendly connection with your vulva, you can explore with some gentle external massage or stroking. This brings awareness to the area and helps you discover what feels pleasurable. The benefits of external massage are incredible. It promotes self-care and nurturing. It creates new pathways to pleasure. It increases blood flow and sensitivity, and it deepens your awareness and connection. And it helps you own your pleasure. So before you begin this practice of external massage, remember these principles. Come into presence over distraction, relaxation over tension. So use the breath, expansion over contraction. So if you notice any tension, again, just allow yourself to continue with those long, deep exhales. And curiosity over judgment. And finally, exploration without any specific goal in mind. Your fingers are incredible instruments. Humans are the only animals with such fine motor ability. Your fingers can press, stroke, tickle, massage, rub, and pulsate. So allow yourself to explore the full range of touch you're capable of giving yourself and notice what response you get from your body. So whether you're touching your vulva, your breasts, or any part of your body, there are 4 key aspects that will alter your experience. Some areas respond to softer touch. Others need more depth and pressure. Notice what your body prefers, and remember, this can change from day to day. Next, speed. So slowing down or speeding up changes everything. Play with intensity based on your arousal and mood. Sometimes the slowest touch can be the most intense. And then there's location. Even on one body part, different spots can feel completely different. If you're touching your clitoris, where specifically does your clitoris want to be touched? Where does it feel good to you? The nerve endings might be concentrated in one particular areas, so find your sweet spots. And then there's your style or preference, right? You can engage in long strokes, short strokes, circular motions, pulsating touch. Try different approaches and notice what lights you up. There's no right or wrong way. Remember, pleasure isn't just genital, it's full body. So before any intimate exploration, engage with your whole body. You can do some breath work, some gentle movement or dancing, perhaps a breast or belly massage. Give yourself permission to take time with this foreplay. A good rule is to double whatever you normally do. And always, always get a clear yes from your body before going internal. This cannot be stressed enough. And if you encounter numbness or areas that feel less responsive, be patient with yourself. You can gently train your body to experience pleasure in new places through what's called blended pleasure. So you're stimulating one area where easily feels good while exploring a newer territory like your lips, your neck, your breasts. Trust your body's natural intelligence. If you feel pain, gently back away. There's really a difference between sensation that needs attention and pain that signals you to stop. So be mindful of that. And if emotions arise, you have full control over how much you explore and when to pause. Sometimes your body just needs to release, and there may be no story attached, and that's completely normal and healthy. The beauty of self-exploration is that you get to go at your own pace. Use exactly the pressure and touch that feels right, and stop whenever you need to. This isn't about performance or achieving anything specific. It's about developing a loving, curious relationship with your body and discovering what brings you pleasure and aliveness. Many of us learn that our sexuality was something to hide, control, or be ashamed of. But your sexual energy, what the Eastern traditions call your life force or chi, feeds your vitality, your creativity, and aliveness. This energy doesn't diminish with age. In fact, menopause can free us from the concerns of our reproductive years and allow us to explore pleasure for pleasure's sake. We're no longer tied to fertility concerns. We can focus purely on what brings us joy and aliveness. So let's rewrite some old stories. Let's rewrite the story of shame to something sacred, the old story of something broken to something beautifully made. The old story of something declining to something evolving. The old story of something selfish to something essential. And the old story of something limited to something expansive. Here's what I want you to know. Your pleasure is not selfish. It's essential to your overall health and well-being. You are the expert of your own body. Trust your sensations and preferences. Remember that advocacy is sexy. Speaking up for your needs creates deeper intimacy. And finally, exploration is ongoing. Your body and desires will continue to evolve, and that's beautiful. So now I'd like to talk to you a little bit about practical advocacy. When you see your healthcare provider, I want you to go in prepared and confident. Go in with specific questions about your sexual health. Don't accept that's just menopause or aging as a complete answer. Ask about all treatment options, including localized hormones. Seek second opinions if you don't feel heard. And remember, you deserve comprehensive, compassionate care. You have every right to enjoy sexual pleasure and comfort in your body. Don't let anyone make you feel like this is vanity or unimportant. Your sexual health isn't optional. It's part of your overall health and longevity. So as we close, I want you to remember that developing a loving relationship with your body is a practice, not a destination. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's completely natural and normal. So here are your key takeaways from today. Daily vulva care is essential self-care, not vanity. Knowledge empowers you to advocate for your health. Gentle exploration can awaken new pathways to pleasure. Your pleasure matters and has no expiration date. So I encourage you to set aside time each week for self-connection practices. Use a high-quality vulvar moisturizer daily. Schedule that appointment with a menopause-informed healthcare provider. And most importantly, speak to yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend. This is a practice, not a destination. Be patient with yourself. Be curious. Be kind. So I'd like to finish by inviting you once more to place your hands back on your heart and lower belly and feel the wisdom that lives in your body. Feel the strength that has carried you through so much. Feel the possibility that lies ahead. You are Sukrita, beautifully and perfectly made, exactly as you are right now. Your journey with pleasure and sensuality is just beginning to unfold in new and beautiful ways. Thank you so much for creating this beautiful space with me today. Thank you for your courage in showing up for yourself, for your pleasure, and thank you for honoring your body and your worthiness. Want to help me spread more pleasure in the world? Please subscribe, rate, and review this episode and share it with a friend. These conversations are meant to be shared, and this is how we create ripples of pleasure and connection throughout our communities. Every time you share this podcast, you're helping another woman discover her own pathway to pleasure and power. And don't forget to follow and tag me on Instagram at Gabriella Espinosa. Until next time, remember, your pleasure matters.